Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Mountain Blade Bannerpage outside Uxkhal, where we are being attacked by a rather large force of the Rhodok Republic, our previous employers and our dead to say friends. We are here at Uxkhal with a fairly substantial force in the circumstances. We've managed to pull together some troops, including 8 Nafatoon riders and a few Nafatoon archers. Grenadiers and explosives are going to be very, very important in a time like this. So we're also going to get Tin and Deshavi levelled up, because Tin is turning into an absolute powerhouse in terms of strength and just general skills. Not that he needs more throwing damage, because they already do a lot of good work, but we're going to make him into as strong a soldier as possible so that we have a best chance of survival. I would also make him into our engineer, I think, as well. I also need to speak to Deshavi, who also has some exploding things. We'll get her up as well. Make sure she is all as she should be. Because she's also pretty good at her job. I think we will put her into maybe a backup surgeon. I know we've got Jeremus, but we'll make her into backup surgeon as well. I'm concerned that we're not going to survive this, and obviously if we fall and die, that's the campaign over. Let me see if there's any mercenaries or anyone I can hire inside, apart from these Contatorios, who are so blooming expensive. Might they be worth it? I'm not sure. They probably are very strong. It's just 6 of them for 5,000 feels like a lot of money. But my hope is they will be worth it. There's 7 Contatorios. They're extremely powerful cavalry. We will hold on to them. I mean, if we win this fight, then the cost would have been worth it. I presume they're very strong in terms of skills. It looks like they are. They're level 29. I would have thought their proficiency would have been a little bit higher. But they do seem pretty good as just heavy hitting infantry, or in this case cavalry, but it will be infantry during an actual fight. And I'm curious to see their equipment as well, actually. Yeah, so they're just an extremely well armoured cavalry troop. That's fine. I'm sure there's a place for that. I'd love to get some more troops, but I don't think that's going to happen. We've got a couple of people here we might want to speak to beforehand. I wonder if I can enlist a patrol. If I get a big one, 3,000 dinars, at Uxkhal, can I then get them to run inside? I want you to... Yeah, I need you to reinforce the garrison, Uxkhal, so they can just pop inside. They're hardly spectacular troops. No, they're going to run away. They're not going to come back in time. That's unfortunate. Well, Captain Last, I found you have returned from a mission to the Dark Knights. In general, I would say Queen Larkton seems to think that King Giovanni and she have a common enemy in the Holy and Swedish Empire. Nevertheless, I tried to convince her. In this letter, Queen Larkton addresses you as Lord of Uxkhal, which implies some sort of recognition that you are a sovereign and independent monarch. Wow, I can't believe that of all the people that seems to be the most accepting of our new role, it's the Dark Knights. Right, let's pause, because I want to pop into the tavern here, because there might be some more troops for us that aren't. But we can at least get a few more troops upgraded here. We'll get Klethi back in. We can get some more Nafatoon archers, which of course means more explosives, which is more than welcome. We'll get a few dark archers and a couple more dark retinue. I'm expecting to have to fight this one out, so we're going to do the best we can here. Here we go. 307 versus 1287. We will negotiate. I could pay that, but I'm not going to because that loses Uxkhal. I'd be willing to pay the money for them just to bugger off, but that's not going to happen. We're going to join the battle. 307 versus 1287. Our grenadiers are going to need to do some good jobs here to make this work. Did we get our blacksmith thing down? I think we did. Oh, there's going to be a little bit of lag here from the grenadiers. There's already a bunch of people dead there. Oh yeah, the Naftu riders and Deshava doing some very good work. Excellent. I'm just concerned about these troops actually coming up the top here. These are going to be the ones that are problematic, I would say. And we're already losing some of our Naftu riders, which is not ideal. And some of our Eastern mercenaries. Oh, okay, we took a bit of a hit there. How are we doing? Taking out 100 of them so far. It's not really enough. But it might be a start. Damage you. That Young's Viking didn't last very long. Naftu Rider still doing some good work. Oh, well done there, Naftu Rider. That was a good shot. We can just... I mean, there's about 1,000 of them, a little bit over. So if we can just keep on working on them that way, that's the best thing we can do. And then convince them that this siege is not worth their time. This is why we've been hoarding these grenadiers outside the Rhodok territory, because we knew they'd be coming in at some point. And Uxkhal is a great place for it, because they all have to crowd together. But only if our grenadier troops actually survive. I don't know how many more of them still have ammo, or at least useful ammo. We don't have any grenades ourselves, which we probably could have grabbed, which might have been useful. But we're going to keep going for now. Then we might retreat and try let them attack again, because I think we are allowed to do that. How are we doing? 207 of them so far. We've got quite a few troops here, but if we lose all our grenadier troops, then we're going to be struggling. We were at -7 in terms of our kind of battle advantage, or in this case, lack of battle advantage. Hopefully, we'll have changed that slightly. The Naftuns are still doing some good work, as are the Vikings, for that matter. Problem is that if they then come in again, and we've lost all our Naftun riders, we're going to have a real issue. But we've got to keep fighting here. We lost another Naftun rider there. They're not particularly well armoured, that's the problem. It's the only issue that we probably are going to face, is that they're just very prone to dying. That was a big force coming in. Hence the game struggling. We've only got 6 crossbow bolts left. There might be Frentis there. Knocked out just slightly further down the ramparts there. I apologise, the sound is probably struggling a little bit, but you know, once we run out of crossbow bolts, we'll pull back and we'll come back in again, I think. Got another crossbow bolt to go. We are doing well. I mean, we are surviving, which is the main thing. Take out you. To have 314 of them. It's not ideal. And we will lose some in the... we will lose some when we inevitably pull back. I don't know if we're going to get more arrows here. I can't remember if we've invested in a blacksmith here or not. I think we probably wanted to, but whether it's actually completed is something I forgot to check. We're going to pull back if we can and go in again. So we'll lose a few troops on the way. 341 killed. We've lost just under 100. 212 versus 908. Okay, so it's a little bit less now. But still, we're going to have to join the battle here. It's now -5, so we are moving in the right direction. Do we have any grenadiers left at all? Well, someone just did a bunch of kills there. That's 84 dead already. That was an Afton Rider, excellent. Damage you. I'm going to need these Afton Riders to really carry us through this siege, to be honest. We can help with our crossbow, but that's not quite the same as these wonderful grenades that they have going on. I think the Afton Riders only come with 2 or maybe 3 grenades each. It's a shame to have to kill our fellow countrymen. But this is civil war, I guess. You know, these things happen. They didn't want to give me Uxkhal after all the work I did for them. I'm going to take it for myself. We may not be able to pull back again, though. It's the only thing. We might have to just grin and bear it now and see how we do. But also we're doing okay in terms of kill count, which I'm happy about. I'm seeing a lot of green on the left-hand side of the screen and not much orange or red, which is good. Although, at the moment, orange and red doesn't really matter between the two. We just need to get as many kills as possible. Another big force coming in here. Could very much do with the grenade being thrown in there. Or something similar. For now, we'll just keep firing into the throng as best we can. We knew this assault was coming. We've tried our best to prepare for it. And I think we've done okay. I mean, the design of this Uxkhal siege actually works very much in our favour. But still. I'm just trying to even just knock out as many troops as possible. Not necessarily the highest quality ones, but just knocking down as many numbers as possible to try and convince the AI that it's not worth their time to keep fighting here. There's some crossbow. Oh, there were some crossbow bolts there. I think we just missed them. There's a bolt here, though. Shoot you before you shoot us. We're starting to see a little bit more orange on the left-hand side now. It's not ideal. Oh, that was a bad miss, that. Okay, another big force coming in. How are we doing? 228 of them dead. That's pretty good. Try to take out this sharpshooter that's coming in for us. Didn't kill him, that's unfortunate. Because I've only got so many bolts to work with. There we go, he's dead now. Let's try to shoot some of these low-level chaps further back. I don't know how many more grenadiers we have. It doesn't feel like we've got many left, to be honest. There might be more spawning in, but I feel like they're all towards the top of the party, and the fact that we've got a peasant woman here suggests to me that we're starting to get past the best of our troops. That being said, I might be wrong, but the quality feels a bit more varied now. There's a few more just dark retinues who, while are competent enough kind of militia troops, not going to be the same as the high quality troops we've had before. Shoot you. Any chance some crossbow bolts somewhere? We're going to have to get involved in the nitty gritty of melee combat, we might do. Unless there's a crossbowman who's gone down here. There is a crossbowman who's gone down here. Excellent. I mean, not excellent, he's died. But it gives us more bolts. Which is good. Right, let's keep firing from up here. I don't think we can afford to pull back again. They're at 317. Oh, we're losing quite a lot of troops, actually. This is bad. I just don't know if we've got the numbers to really take all these guys on, to be honest, because there's, what, still another 500 of them to come in. we certainly do not have another 500 troops, and the quality of our troops is going to be falling by the second in comparison to the Rhodok troops here, which I imagine are still going to be fairly strong. Perhaps I should have just taken all my troops out of Uxkhal and focused primarily on Uxkhal, but I thought we wanted to try, at least try hold both. Might be my mistake and my downfall, to be honest. We'll have to see here. But we will fight to the last man, that's for sure. Try off that Dark Marksman. New enemies have arrived. There's still so many of them coming in. This is a real problem for us now. I think we're going to start to struggle significantly going forward. Let's try to look after the breach here on the walls. Try help them out as best we can. If only I had some grenades. Had some grenades, I might be able to throw one down there, but I don't. I didn't even check actually. I should have checked in the armory before the siege started, whether we would have had any or not. I don't know how many more waves we're expecting from these guys, but we're going to struggle going forward if there are many more waves. If this is the last wave, we might get away with it. But we're, I think, not doing any more reinforcing waves now. Yeah, I think we're starting to struggle. Looks like it's time to push our troops back there. So let's see if we can assist them there. Okay, we may have got one more reinforcing wave here. Please move out the way. Dark Retinue, I need you to move out the way here. Any more crossbow bolts anywhere for me to grab? Doesn't look like it. In which case, I think we're going to have to get down and get in the nitty-gritty here. Oh, there's some bolts somewhere. I saw them there for a second. But these are fairly low-level Rhodok troops, so we can probably actually do some good work against them. That's one of the King's troops. The more heavily armoured troops will be more of a struggle. But these fairly low-level skirmishers we can probably do some good work against. I think we are going to have to just get involved in the melee now. Gotta watch out for you with your big axe, you could hurt. Someone whacked me there. Oh, it's you. You're the problem. The blooming Rhodok sergeant. Now, these low-level leather guys shouldn't be a problem. I don't really want to bash my shield. It keeps on prompting me to bash my shield. That's a dark troop. We need to deal with you. Well, we're managing to knock them down, which is good. Maybe they're not due another reinforcing wave. There's only 40 of them left. I think they would have gone on the reinforcing wave by now. How have we survived this, my word? I mean, we survived this attack. We haven't survived the siege. If they decide to keep the siege going, we're still in major trouble. What we cannot do is now let ourselves be knocked out. How many of our Nafatum riders have survived? Probably not many. So this could still go badly wrong, especially if someone like Swadia or someone decides to turn up and cause some problems. If they do, then that could still go badly wrong for us indeed. See if there's any bolts anywhere. There's some. And when I say some, I mean one. Yeah, they would have got a reinforcing wave by now. As long as we can kill all these guys, we will have dealt with them. Let's try stop these high-quality troops. Killing our low-level troops. We still need the numbers here for a possible future attack. And to be clear, without our grenadiers and the design of Uxkhal Castle, or Uxkhal Town, we would have not have survived this attack in the slightest. It's purely the design here, mixed with a large amount of explosives. They're push things in our favour. A lot of our troops are just wounded, not dead, which is good. We gain a bunch of morale. The enemy has been forced to retreat. The assault is over, but the siege continues. Hopefully they all bugger off. There's still quite a lot of them with quite a bit of strength. For example, Doge Graveth there. I'm just here to try and get a few promotions, and I'm going to run back inside. Because I don't want them to attack me. Wait here for some time. Some of them have left, but the siege does continue. Now, hang on. Ah, that's a problem. My lord, I come back from the reconnaissance mission to Holy Sweden Empire. I'm sorry, we're caught off guard and they got Borsha. I barely escaped. That's not good. Hang on, these guys are relatively underguarded. And there's that Uxkhal patrol might be able to take out some people. How many troops have I got actually ready to go? Probably not that many. Got some trained spearmen. They got Borsha, which is not terrible. Borsha wasn't exactly our main fighter. Go for some Yoffers. Want to put them inside, that'd be pretty good to fight with. We're going to have to wait for some time, purely just to let our strength recover here. Just at least like some of them are coming back. However, if we can chase these guys down, we might be okay. 71 versus 72. If we win this could be a big coup for us. There'll be quite a few troops here. We do have our lovely, lovely Conductorios, which I wouldn't naturally take, but I did in this occasion. Infantry here, archers here. Let's readjust actually. Infantry's here, archers up here. Cavalry just hold over here for the time being. Got some Dark Knights as well. Presumably we can still destroy in 10 here to add some firepower. I don't particularly want to send my cavalry over till it's time. Infantry can charge now. Given this is a river battle, I don't want to commit my cavalry too early. Very nearly just shot my own troop there. Okay, cavalry are going to have to go now because they're coming in. Sorry, that's a friendly cavalryman. You, however, are not. It's because there's about 4 separate lords here, so I can take them prisoner and hold them inside Uxkhal, which not only means we might be able to get some money out of them, but it also means we wouldn't have to fight them again at Uxkhal. And also they might have some prisoners with them, which we can hire and bring inside Uxkhal. Archers charge, we might need your support, just the extra manpower. We are winning this, I think, just about. I'm not always thrilled by river battles, because I'm scared of losing my very limited cavalry here. Go over to the side of you if we can. Using a lot of our spearmen. But they're relatively low level spearmen, so I'm less concerned about that. You bugger off. Appears to be fading a little bit. This game just struggle with that. I apologise. Yeah, the sounds of the weapons have now failed. Oh, there we go, they're back again. Oh no, and they're gone again. Okay, the sound clearly isn't playing ball today. Possibly because of the grenadiers we used earlier. Game seems to be struggling a little bit. But the actual combat is still working. Wonderful. Battle 1, 10 renown. You managed to escape, you managed to escape, you managed to escape, you managed to escape. That's annoying, but we did free someone from the Swedes. You're free to go, sir. Actually, that's helped us a little bit with the Swedes. Wasn't quite as successful as I would have hoped, but we'll get these guys inside. In an effort to just have more troops inside. We probably need to send some more recruiters out. It's a shame we didn't manage to take anyone prisoner there. That would have been quite useful if we had been able to do so. Let's gather what we can from here. Uxkhal should no longer be under siege, but it's very weak. Very weak indeed. We'll put these Swadian troops inside. I wouldn't actually hire Swadian troops, but troops are troops and I cannot be fussy. If they come back again, we're going to be in some real problems. So we do need to send out some recruiters ASAP. There's a ransom broker here. So that we can. Physician Rolf doesn't help me at all. Mr. Guildmaster, I don't suppose you have anything interesting for me, do you? Deserters, I'm not going to deal with. You're just some farmers, that's fine. You've got a few troops, so I'm not going to be able to catch up to you, I don't think. I don't know the fact that you were chasing after me. There must have been a reason for that. Ferentis is coming in to Uxkhal, which is good. Let's send out some more recruiters. We're going to blooming well need them. Constable. Recruiting as many troops as possible. Keep hiring Rhodoks, please. As many as we can get away with. We might want to consider actually picking up some Nord troops. Although it does mean he's going to have to go further away, I would imagine. But the Nord troops are obviously going to be pretty strong. So that might be worthwhile. What we might want to do is just pull some troops out of Ergelon for the time being and move them over. We'll chuck everyone inside here for now. Our morale is pretty high, which is nice. Makes a nice change from normal. We'll just chuck everyone inside while they rest up. This also makes our salaries a little bit cheaper. I don't really care about Ergelon, to be perfectly honest, in comparison to Uxkhal. Can I catch up to you? I've got to watch out for those deserters. They could be a problem. Are there any Swadian crossbowmen? Swadian Empire offers you a peace agreement. Can we dictate the peace terms? So the castle amount of money. The demands are combined if both boxes are checked. I just want like 5,000 dinars. No, they've broken off negotiations. That might have been a mistake. I probably should have just let that go ahead. I should have just accepted the peace, really. That was my mistake. 6 troops versus 19. We're going to take the field. Now, this could be problematic, but we have some fairly decent troops here, but we want a better map for this. I guess up here. They're all going to be ranged troops. If I can just draw their fire, we'll let our own troops fire in the meantime. We've only got our companions here with us, which is not ideal. I definitely should have accepted the Swadians' terms there. That was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have tried to stinge them for money. We'll try send them another peace offering. See if they accept that. We'll just let everyone charge. That's the best thing we can do, really. Dashavi getting a kill there. That's good. They're only crossbowmen. They're not like sharpshooters or anything like that. I'm hoping Dashavi and Tin can do some good work with their explosives. Obviously, I don't know if we need to necessarily kill all of them, but it would be good if we could. I think Tin might go down there. That's Sven. That's not a problem, actually. Is Tin here with us? I think Tin... Oh no, Tin might be down for the count at the moment. Okay. It's time to knock a few of us out. Dashavi's gone. That's Jomus. Maybe time we leave. Enemies taking me prisoner. That's unfortunate. If Uxkhal's under siege, that's a problem. Okay, come on. Get me out of here. Who do we still have? Luigi and Jeremus. Completely my fault. I shouldn't have done that. Is Uxkhal actively under siege? It's not. We can get them back, hopefully. Forest bandits. I should have gone without any escort at all. That was very silly of me. Let's get back inside Uxkhal and we'll go from there. We might even be able to find some of our companions here again anyway. Oh, there's the Shavi. Welcome back. That's very good. Iberian Slingers, Messery Footmen. We'll just take who we can for the time being. Chuck them inside. We'll take these prisoners as well, because we can just sell them. We know there's a prison broker right here. Where's he gone? There he is. I would also, while my pot is relatively small, gain some morale. I think we can also do the same with the Madam. It's a little bit more, but it's worth it. We do lose honour though, that's the only thing. Any elites wanting to join us? No. Seems to be very hard to gain any elites for the time being. Okay, we've got 50 recruits there. Looks like they're Dark Initiates actually, which is pretty good. We'll take those guys out for a spin. We need to find where Tin is. We need our grenadiers back ASAP. We'll take out all the dark troops. Let's do that again. And go from there. Dark marksmen, dark archers. We'll take the conductorials with us because they're probably much better out in the open field. We will now hold a larger cavalry contingent. I think that's fine. But let me also send another recruiter out. I'm going to get some more recruits from the Nords, because although it might take longer, the Nords are pretty good at defending, and we're not likely to be at war with the Nords because the Nords are pretty small. In fact, they're probably the next faction to fall after the Kyrgyz Khanate, although Tyr has just been besieged by the Northern Lands, so you know, might be different. Domestic policy, no. I'm just thinking the Swedians offered a peace. Let's try to dispatch an emissary. The Swedians are angry. Let's see if we can enter a truce. We'll send off Jeremus to do that. We can probably act as a surgeon in the meantime. This is music from The Last Kingdom, I believe, which is one of my favourite TV shows, but it's also probably copyrighted. So we're going to get out of there as quickly as we can. Who's coming after Baron Frentis there? See if we can distract them. There we go. We'll get Frentis safe because he's also got some prisoners for us. And he'll dump them inside Uxkhal, which means we can sell them for a profit, which I'm very happy about. I don't really have the ability to look after villages. The ransom broker is still here, which is good. Let me take all these guys to sell. There's also a traveller here who should be able to tell me where at least some of my companions are. Let's sell our prisoners first. Mr. Traveller, any of my companions, I want specifically Tin and Sven, realistically. Tin is at Suno. Sven is also at Suno. Can we make it over to Suno safely and quickly? It's not far away. Hi there, Dark Knights. I'm really hoping you're going to stay friends with me, because I'm not sure I can deal with you guys as well. If we have an uneasy alliance with them, that would be good. Right. Oh, they're all here. Hello, Katrin. Hello, Sven. Hello, Tin. Yoms Viking and the Conditorios. I'm not going to hire the Conditorios again. They're too expensive. I will take the Yoms Vikings, though. That's fine. Let me sell these bits. We're probably very low on food as well, I would imagine. So let me pick up what food there is here, which isn't much. Let me just have a look in the marketplace, actually. I know, we haven't read the armours much in here, that's fine. Back to Uxkhal. We've now got the majority of our high quality companions back, which is good. So actually the only thing that really came out of that loss to those deserters was just a few problems in terms of loss of money, but in the kind of grand scheme of things it wasn't too bad. We'll get some Dark Retinue. I think we'll have to do a mix of Rhodok's Nords and the Dark Retinue going forward. We might pick up Physician Rolf. And we may well make him into a lord. But he's going to need to pick up some equipment first, I would imagine. He's only level 10, so he's not exactly a great companion, but he's a competent enough fighter. It's fun, I never made Rolf into a surgeon when I was playing the original Warband, but apparently he's based as a surgeon in this. Now, how's that Gelon looking? Well, Captain Nostafandi, you have returned from my mission to the Holy Syrian Empire. In general, I'd say Kaiser Harlaus is anxious to reclaim old lands such as Uxkhal, now held by King Giovanni. Nevertheless, I tried to convince him. I'm not paying him 27,000. Not a chance. I should have just accepted the truce when it was given to me. That was my mistake. Oh, hello, Pasha Munir. We are not going to deal with you. We might be able to get away with it. I don't think it's a wise decision, particularly. I guess we should probably see if we can conclude a peace with the Surrounding Sultanate. We need to also help out Tarbelda. Emira, send off a message to the Saranids, please. Send a truce, and we'll send off Katrin. Don't know if that's a wise decision, probably not. Let's have a quick look at Ergelon. I don't think we probably want to give Ergelon off to someone else, especially with 200 troops inside. There's a garrison. I'm just seeing if there's anyone want to particularly take out of here, because I imagine most armies will go actively towards going for Uxkhal, because that's the big kind of main target. I'm just going to take out some of these trained spearmen and move them over, because at the moment Uxkhal is the weaker of the two. And, you know, if Uxkhal falls, so be it. So no, not if Uxkhal falls. If Ergelon falls, so be it. If Uxkhal falls, that's more of a problem. Could we go help over here? I've only got one troop left. I think it's probably not worth it. Baron Francis is patrolling Mount Uxkhal. Wonderful. It's nice to see our lords actually doing something useful with their time. Who deserves a actual castle? I think maybe we'll give it to Sven. We'll keep Tin with us. Sven, we will upgrade you, make you a little bit more intelligent because you're a little bit dumb at the moment. And just make you stronger. We'll give you some power throw as well, because I think we were going to spec you into throwing originally. And I'd like to ask you something. Would you be interested in holding a fief? Would you like Ergelon Castle? It would be my honour to serve you by governing Ergelon Castle for you, sire. Wonderful. Just because then I don't have to pay for it. We've taken out another 60 troops from inside. So Bunduk and Sven can look after Ergelon for us. Grand Bunduk looking very, very weak there. But also that gives us a bunch of money to work with, because I presume we're not having to pay for all these troops now. And he can actually go and kind of keep on adding troops there. We can add troops ourselves, but we can't remove them. But it's nice that we can at least add them in the first place. We'll keep on training up our dark troops here. Hi there, Saranids. Don't know if you're coming after me. You're definitely going after someone. Balearic Slingers. Hello, Ransom Broker. We might pick up you, Balearic Slingers, actually. You're not too expensive what you are. I'm not going to pick up the Caravan Guards, they're not worth the money, to be perfectly honest. We will pick up these guys. And I'm just thinking, is there anything we can do here to keep things moving in the right direction? I wonder. Recruit elites. No, I don't know how you get elites because it's not working. I want a blacksmith forge. Yeah, because I want repeated ammo. It's important. We need the repeated ammo. I thought I'd started that already. 30 days. We'll probably have to have another invasion before then. Where are you guys going for? You guys might be going after Gelon. In which case it's going to be a struggle for us to do anything there. Truce between the Dark Knights and the Rhodoks has expired. Frentis has been taken prisoner by the Saranid Sultanate. Just wonderful. Can we ransom him? In which case, how much is he worth? Exchange a prisoner. Can't do that. Saranids. No, I can't do that. Chancellor. I'm just thinking if I can try and actually ransom out Ferentis, but it doesn't look like I can, unfortunately. Okay, let's go out, see if we can get some more money from somewhere. Who's actually taken... if we find out who took Ferentis prisoner, we might be able to save him from imprisonment. Dark Knights are taking care of Radon from the Swadians. Great host near Gelon. Probably means that Gelon's about to fall. The Saranids at war with anyone in particular? They're at war with us, and they're at war with the Northern Lands. The fact that they're over here worries me, because there can only be one thing they're really going for, and that's either ourselves or Uxkhal. Your recruiter... Okay, our recruiter's been defeated. It's not great. We'll see if we can send out another recruiter. So we just need troops at the moment, I would say. So we'll speak to our constable here. Recruit new troops. I think you're probably a Nord recruiter. Send out just for 20. It's all we've got the money for in our treasury. We do have more money. Not in our treasury, but we probably need to hold on to it for different reasons. Hi there, any of you guys got Ferentis? One of you might have Ferentis, but you're quite strong and powerful. There's a couple of powerful lords with you. It seems that suddenly a lot of our recruiters are being defeated en route. It's not ideal. Don't think we can save that caravan, unfortunately. Sun Hakim is not going to get 24,000 dinars out of me. What a ridiculous suggestion that would be. I'm happy to stay on these two smaller Saranid groups, but just not the big one that's been hanging around. How's the Gelon looking? Count Sven is there. He's got a few more troops. It's cool that they actually get different ranks. So Sven is obviously owner of a castle, so he's a count, whereas Bandot just looks after Burgunda, a village, so he's just a baron. It's very cool indeed. Hi there. We go after you. We'll probably be a bit too big to be chasing down caravans now. I feel like there's probably bigger concerns. Grunwalder, how are you in terms of strength? Do we want to take Grunwalder? Probably not. God, we've got so much debt at Uxkhal. Oh, we didn't do our formal marriage proposal. Well, it's kind of hard when you're at war with a person. The party has nothing to eat. Uxkhal and Valuka will probably be able to solve that. You got 96 troops, so they're mostly recruits. So we'll go after you if we can. But not with you here, especially as we're low on food. Most of my swordsmen commemorate hoots, I don't particularly care for. And bread is not going to do ideally for us. Rather's low. Let me just dump everyone inside very quickly. I'll come back for them in a moment once we've got our morale back up. But we know that this is probably the quickest way to get morale cheaply sorted. There we go, 140 dinars gives us 220 morale. And I also want to let my men increase their morale as well. No elites want to join me as normal. Bring the conditorios back. And then all our dark troops. Dark footmen, dark archers, retinue and initiates. We'll run on the dark army and we'll leave the other troops inside for now. We could take the Yoms Vikings, I suppose. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Get them upgraded to your furs, if that's what they're called. I think they're called something like that. Populace is opposed to us. That might be because we're charging quite a high rent. Let me speak to my Chamberlain. And Uxkhal, you're just going back to normal rates, because I think that's why they don't like us very much. There he is. He's out of position. Let's get after him. If he likes us, though, we'll let him stay. Oh, he does like us. Can you come with me? No. I'm not going to kill you because you could actually join us in future. 20 recruits have arrived. Vajir recruits. I'm not sure I sent out for Vajir recruits, but recruits are recruits. I guess we can't say no to that. Dark Knights offers you a trade pact, absolutely. We gain right to rule, and our relations improve as well. Can we get an alliance? I'd love an alliance with the Dark Knights. Because there is actually more diplomacy in this than there was in the base game. Emira, emissary to the Dark Knights. They're cooperative with us. Can we... Oh, we can ask them to attack the Rhodok Republic. Let's try forming an alliance. I think we'll send Jeremus. We'll see how the alliance goes first, or a potential alliance, and go from there. Because the Dark Knights are at war with only the Swadians. That's fine. And it's more just that the more I can keep the Dark Knights inside, the less I have to actually, you know, fight them, which would be pretty useful. It's a very messy map overall. Tavarin has been besieged by the Dark Knights. I'm just going to have a look at Sagunza here. See if it's something we can consider taking. 171, there's quite a few sharpshooters and knights inside. I don't think that's what we can go after for the time being. Not willing to form an alliance at the moment. That's fine. We've just upgraded ourselves to a trade alliance. We didn't save Tarbal. That's unfortunate. I forgot about that. Right. Maybe we can ask the Dark Knights to attack the Rhodoks for us. That might work better. Especially as they don't actually seem to be angry if I just ask them these things. Lord Custer Veluca. Baron Prentice is here, well, fine. Don't need to send out for the army at the moment, that's for sure. I guess we could try to take Grunwalder. I don't know if it's particularly wise at the moment. I mean, Uxkhal's still recovering. High blades, don't think we need. Very low on food. Again, we'll have to head over to Veluca. Possibly Suno, because there's not enough food here for us at Uxkhal. Yeah, party has nothing to eat again. Is there any Neptune Archers or Eastern Mercenaries. I'd happily take them as well. Don't want the Conditorios, they're too much. Well, they're just too expensive. Buy all that for now. Let me just have a look at the arms merchants, if there's any more grenades or something similar. Sword War, that looks cool. But no, nothing we need here particularly. I'd like to maybe make an alliance with the Northern Lands as well, because I don't see them being a natural target for us, or vice versa. We're making good money a week now. Saturnays have declared war against the Rhodoks, which is good. Let's do more and more diplomacy as time goes on. Emissary to the Northern Lands. Don't threaten them with war, that'd be silly. I'm just going to express my goodwill. Send off Rolf. He's a medic, he should be fine with that. I think that'd be wise. But I tell you what, I think we will call things apart there. We managed to deflect an attack from the Rhodok Republic, but that was because circumstances very much worked in our favour with the way the siege works at Uxkhal and the grenadiers. Are we going to be able to pull the same party trick again? I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.